Hello and welcome to Healing Inspiration. I am Ramona and today's reading is Why Are They So Drawn to You? So this is a little bit different than yesterday's reading, but similar. So yesterday's reading is Why Are You So Drawn to Them? And this reading is Why Are They So Drawn to You? So you can put whoever you want in the they aspect. So if you notice children are really drawn to you and you want to know about that, or it could be a love interest, or people you would be interested in general, in romantically, or maybe even people who are drawn to you as a friend. So you can pretty much insert any person or group of people you want in the they. So why are they so drawn to you? And if it's not a romantic interest you are looking at, just take out the romantic messages, okay? And I will be introducing your piles in a moment. There's a whole bunch of information in the description box about a giveaway, personal private readings, and if you'd like to donate to my channel, as well as my email address if you need to contact me for some reason. And so I think from now on, I am going to be offering a pet reading, which is not yet in my Etsy shop. And if you do a pet reading, and there could be a variation on the pet reading, like why, or what does my pet think about me? How is my pet feeling? What messages does my pet have for me? And I will be offering a reading about a pet for $20, and all the proceeds from any reading from your pet will be donated to an animal charity. So if you're interested in that, you can send me an email. I thank you so much for coming to my channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe if it resonates with you. And I'm going to introduce your piles and get into your readings. Pile number 1 is, and these are from the Keepers of the Light Oracle, is faith, humanity, and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. And the stone is the green aventurine. Pile 2 is Bridget, inner strength. Move back to wholeness. Recognize that you have the power. And the stone is lepidolite. And pile number 3 is Archangel Michael, trusting heaven. You are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. And the stone is black onyx. So go ahead and choose your pile or piles and we will get into your reading. One, this is your reading if you chose this green aventurine stone. And this card, faith, humanity, and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. And this reading is, why are they so drawn to you? From the Island Time Wellness, we have date. Meeting someone new, dating, get back out there, plan, set a date. From the Tarot of Sexual Magic, we have the 8 of Chalices, or the 8 of Cups. And the World. From the Light Seers Tarot deck, we have the Knight of Wands. When I picked up the card, the World, I hear we are the world, we are the children, we are the ones who make a better day, so keep on giving or something. That's an old song, that's from the 80s. So now that's 40 years ago, my gosh. And next we have the 8 of Swords. From the Shine from the Inside Oracle, we have be bold. Don't be afraid to stand out. And next, from the Wisdom of the Oracle, we have card number 6, Not For You. From the Wild Offering Oracle deck, we have Relationship. I call in the infinite power of love to take over this union in every way. May it now fully belong to the divine. Let it unfold in the perfect way for each of us. I needn't fear letting go of control. My needs are always abundantly met. And finally, from the Universal Love Oracle deck, we have Guardian. Okay, with Guardian to end with, and I'm going to start with that card. I mean, it's very interesting. The colors of the very first card and the last card are very similar. You have all of these blues in particular. But the first thing that came across when I seen Guardian is that people see you as a guardian angel. And they may see you as very angelic, like someone who's spiritual, full of faith. You may be dedicated, committed to whatever spiritual practice you have. It looks like you're someone who does try to see the good in others, the good in life, and tries to look at the glass half full. I don't feel like it's in a, I guess what they would call Pollyanna or overly toxic positive way, but in a general sense, trying to look at the good in things and the good in people. And it looks like you are someone who is very spiritual, or you come across with that very spiritual connected essence. Some of you could have roots in religion as well, or you have strong connection to angelic guides, or you could also be an earth angel here, because I'm seeing also with, and I feel like you send people positive vibes, prayers, you send over that energy to them, because it feels like you're someone who has a really good heart. And that's why people are drawn to you. They're drawn to your really good heart. And I'm not saying that's the only thing they're drawn to, because it does look like you have tremendous physical attractiveness and physical beauty. Because we have the Knight of Wands and we also have the World card. And the World, to me, when it comes to like attractive qualities, it's like you have it all. And like in this World card, it's definitely depicted that, I mean, she's laying there all sexy and naked, and he kind of like has her on this pedestal, and he's at her feet and he is admiring her, as a whole. So I think your physicality is what draws them to you as well. It's just like you have this very inviting feeling to you, to your aura, and also, like I said, very stunning. I think it could even be stunning. And that doesn't necessarily mean you meet the beauty standards, because the beauty standards always change, so who cares about it? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, And I do feel they're drawn to you because of your physical presence. And also there's that gentle spiritual presence. And blue is so calming. Blue is a very calming color. And I feel like you're very calming to people. And it's interesting, you have very diverse energy, where it's like you're very calming and gentle, but you also have this side of you that is, it says, be bold, don't be afraid to stand out. So I feel that is, and with the Knight of Wands, that is boldness and someone who is, people see you as fearless. And that could be partially due to your faith. And also, yeah, you're not afraid to stand out. You're just who you are. Maybe you actually enjoy standing out. I would think the Knight of Wands enjoys standing out. They're excited. They're out there. They have charisma. I think you do go both ways in that sense where, you know, you can be really out there, but you also like to be in your own energy. So you could be kind of on the precipice of being an introvert extrovert. Maybe sometimes you are more extroverted where you want to be out and party. But I do think also that balance is something that attracts people to you and draws them to you. And this person, if you have a specific person in mind. And with relationship, people just see you as someone who probably has good relationship skills. It would be a good person to be in relationship with. Because it's also with this card, it says faith, humanity, and benevolence. So you're probably a humanitarian. You have like this very beautiful, calming heart. You may look very good in blue. So maybe people are actually more drawn to you when you're wearing blue. And I also think that accentuates your aura. And you may have blue eyes. And if you have blue eyes, I feel that does draw people into you. Or if you wear blue eye makeup. Or even just wearing blue, I think that like really causes you to stand out and really draws people to you. And here it says benevolence. And it's like you're a good person. And I think that's pretty evident. Your goodness is evident. And benevolence wants to do good to others. And it's like here, it says, trust the good in yourself and others, see light in the world. And I feel you do that. Like I said, you're someone who at least wants to see the best in others. You give the benefit of the doubt. I feel like you're also a person who does not judge based on appearances, and that's why they're drawn to you, because they don't feel like you're going to judge them. And interestingly, here you have 2 8s. So you have the 8 of Cups, and like this dude seems to be pursuing her, and she's like, oh no. I mean, she's not completely walking away here, but it's like she's really not interested in his advances. And here we have the 8 of Swords, and those are mental restrictions we place on ourselves. And being that there are 2 8s, that symbolizes abundance and infinity. I think people see your infinite spirit and your connection with infinity, which is everything. Maybe infinity isn't everything, but that's how I am interpreting it. And you may not be, I don't think you're an easy person to win over. Like, you know, someone can't just come there and be like, hey, you look good, and you're not like super impressed by that type of energy. Someone has to really put an investment into you for you to, you know, really respond to them. Otherwise, you may seem a little bit standoffish, but I think that actually draws them to you more. Isn't that interesting how that works with people? And many people are like that. A lot of times we want what we can't have, and that standoffish energy makes them even more drawn to you than when you're like really open. But I think both of your energies may feel a little bit standoffish to people, so they're more drawn to that energy. Or maybe they feel like, you know, you don't express, or you hold back parts of yourself because it's like you don't share those most intimate things about yourself with just anyone. It feels like here. But it also feels to me that you would keep people's secrets. If they asked you to keep it quiet or something, you would respect that. I don't think generally you would be a big gossip, not in the sense that you'd be doing it to hurt people. I think you're very discerning when it comes to speech and what you say and how it's going to affect other people. And even the earth and animals in the spiritual realm and frequencies. It's like you have this awareness of how you affect the environment around you and how you affect other people. You do seem like a relationship-oriented person, but it seems like you're a very, like, even though you have the Knight of Wands, which Knight of Wands often seems non-committal, but I think you just don't commit to something right away. You need to see the proof of their character. And this would be with friendships or anything. I don't think you let people get close to you until they prove who they are. And not that they have to jump through hoops. You just find out who they are through your experiences with them. And then maybe, you start to give them a little more trust and a little more trust. But you're not one of those people that just jumps in head first with people right away. Even though you do have a sense to believe the best, but I think you're very discerning as well. But that discernment and that ability to hold back when necessary, or walk away when you really don't know someone that well, or if they do betray you, I think that does draw people into you. And here we have not for you. So once again, with not for you, I do find that discerning. Like knowing, you just know, you have a deep knowing, like you're very discerning. And also, you could be good at chess, good at playing games, just very smart. And chess is very much about strategy and being able to think many moves ahead. And you want to anticipate your opponent's movements, and I feel like that's something you can do. You can anticipate people's movements, and you also can figure out through chess some things about people's personalities. So I feel like you're a very good judge of character, and you could probably judge the moves certain people are going to make, long before they make them. So whether or not to, like I said, you're very discerning. Discernment comes up a lot. And you do stand out, like this person is standing inside of a star. That angel is standing inside of a star. And I do feel like you have that protection, and you do have this like ethereal glow to you. And you know what is for you, what is not for you. Also with the World card, they see you as successful. And here with dates, it says meeting someone new, dating, getting back out there, plan, set a date. I think you probably have many suitors or people who are interested in you. They would like to spend time with you. You could have, I think, what did they call it? A dating card or something like that. But a long list of people who might want to see you, go out with you. And this is not even just romantically. I think people like spending time with you in general. So friends, family, people are like, hey, what are you doing? And, and so I do think sometimes you entertain that and you go out, have a good time. But other times you're like, no, thank you. I want to stay home. I want to be in my own energy. And I think that is what draws them to you. And eyes really do stand out here. Some of you might have very nice long eyelashes, eyebrows going on here as well. I mean, male or female. And whether you put makeup on or not, I do feel like your eyes are a drawing point, and you may have that long eyelashes and very nice eyebrows in general. Okay, so I'm going to pull a few charms and see why they're drawn to you. Why are they drawn to my pile ones? Help me stirring these charms is not annoying. Might be to some people, so I'm sorry about that. And here it says, make a wish, success, 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 success. And that, yeah, like I said, she's in the middle of the star. And make a wish and success. It's like, they almost feel like you manifest really well. It's like you're successful. Because the world is successful completion. And someone who's, you know, had accomplishments and completed a journey and completing the big chapter. And I feel people feel as though you're a bit lucky because it's like, make a wish, success. And they want some of that to rub off onto them, whether you're lucky or not and you just worked hard for it. And here we have a circle of love. A family is a circle of love. A family's love is forever. So they feel like once you invite them into your inner circle, that it's like a forever thing. It's like you take people in as family when you take them in. And you don't then abandon them once they're, I mean, really family. Even if you may keep some people at an arm's distance who are family, you still consider them family. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't mean you put up with people's BS. And here we have Paris. So they could see you also as romantic, or you could be well-traveled. Some of you could be from France, speak French, or have some French lineage. I'm even thinking like New Orleans, for some of you might be from there, from the French Quarter. And then we have a lovely bee. And a bee is about being high vibrational, a hard worker, and a person of service who serves a higher good and higher community. And with this, we have humanity and benevolence for certain. If we didn't have bees, we would not have food, basically. So they are extremely important. So you're very essential. People see you as very essential to the well-being of humanity, even, or at least your own community and your own family and your circle, you know. Then we have a star again. So you definitely shine. It's like that glow from a star. And hope. I think you bring people hope. Like hope in the goodness of people. When they're starting to lose hope in the goodness of people, you give them new hope. So that's why they're drawn to you. And this is interesting. It kind of looks like a dove holding the olive branch. So you could be someone who is forgiving, but also that doesn't look quite like an olive branch. It looks like a clover. So people feel you're lucky. And they want that to rub off onto them. Or you'll bring them luck. So that is what I have for you, Pile 1. I hope that inspired and encouraged you, gave you some insight. I thank you so much for coming to my channel. Have a beautiful and blessed day. Like, comment, subscribe if that resonated with you. And namaste. Hi, Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. This is your reading if you chose this lepidolite stone. Oops. And this card from the Keeper's Delight Oracle, Bridget, inner strength, move back to wholeness. Recognize that you have the power. I'm hearing that song, I've got the power. It's getting kind of heavy. It's an old song too. A lot of songs that come to my mind are old. All right. So one of the things, people are definitely drawn to your inner fire. Like there's an inner fire, there's a spark, there's just, it's like something you help to set them on fire. And I'm hearing from Lecrae. I don't know if you ever heard of Lecrae, but you could look him up. Lecrae set the world on fire. And I'm also seeing like that whole thing, like they can come to you, you have your candle lit. You know how they come to you and they don't have their candle lit yet and they light their candle from you and then they have their candle lit and then they go and light someone else's candle. You know, so I'm getting that vision here from you, that's people come to you like to light their candles, and then from the light you give them, they can then they are then, their candle is lit, and then they can go and give light to other people and light their candles. And that's why they're drawn to you. From the Island Time Wellness Love Oracle, we have the Runner. Runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to ego. Some of you may actually be runners, or be in good physical shape, or do some kind of athletic or physical activity. And that actually increases your vibration and draws people to you. Or if you're into any, type of athletic activity at all, I feel like people are drawn to that because they appreciate, it's once again, fire. It's like that could be a good metabolism as well. But some of you may not have a good metabolism, but you do stay active. And I think that inspires them because that fire also is inspiration and creativity and all those things. And with it says listening to ego, you could also have a strong, because fire goes along with the solar plexus chakra. So you may have a strong solar plexus chakra. So a sense of worth, obviously inner strength, feeling whole as you are, your self-confidence might appear to be strong to other people. Whether or not it's strong, they are drawn to that in you. There's a part of you that is at least confident and secure in yourself, and that does draw people in. And sometimes I feel like confidence, and like this person is a beautiful person, but I feel like confidence makes people even more attractive. No matter what they look like, and they're just, that confidence, it's like when they believe in themselves, you believe in them too. And I feel like that's part of the thing. You kind of do that. Your confidence really stands out. Whether or not, you could have your own inner negative self-talk or something, but it does come across to other people and they're drawn to it. And from the Tarot of Sexual Magic, we have the Knave of Wands, or a particular person is drawn to it, if that's what you were asking about. So the Knave of Wands is the Page of Wands, some more fire. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. The Strength card, interesting, inner strength and strength. More fire, Leo energy. And that's the Light Seers Tarot deck. Then we have the Queen of Swords. From the Shine from the Inside Oracle, we have Trust Your Intuition. She's always right. And I'm hearing, what if God was a woman? Some of you may be feminists. Whether masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter, but you may very well be feminist or are involved in goddess worship, or very much admire the feminine, admire feminine power, and embrace feminine power and strength. From the Wisdom of the Oracle, we have card number 5, Orphaned. From that, I do feel like some of you may have known what it feels like to be abandoned, and some of you may have been orphaned. And so it has caused you to grow stronger in your own power. But also, I think you would be the type of person that may take in orphans. If someone seems not to have friends, or they seem to be the bullied one, or they've been kind of left out, you will be a person that will draw them in. You're not they don't see you as that person who is the rejecter, but you're someone who has a special heart for those you feel who have been left out in the cold, felt rejected, orphaned, hurt by others, and maybe isolated, and maybe you've experienced that yourself, so you have a particular heart for them. And I'm feeling animals as well as people for you. Next, we have empowerment. from the Wild Offering Oracle deck. When you ask the divine to take over, you get pulled into your own authentic power. It's a force of inner love that wants your wholeness and magnificence. Unfold my true and radiant self, dear Lord. And I think we've been talking about this already, and that's talking about wholeness as well. And there's wholeness here, there's authenticity, and Leo is, authentic, typically. And empowerment and having strength. I do feel like, and with the Queen of Swords, that's also a person I feel like really will empower others. She's a person who gives advice. She has very strong wisdom, is very intelligent, and she has been through it. So she has the tools to empower others, and I feel you do too. You have the tools to empower others, and like I said, with that lighting the candle, and they can get light from your candle, and then they go somewhere else. And basically, like, she's standing there. She's keeping her heart lit, and I see that's you, whether masculine or feminine. You keep your heart lit in your strength and your wholeness, and that empowers others, and they can take that and light up their own strength and their power and their courage and their wisdom. And you're very, very intelligent. Like I said, I feel like you can give very good advice, and people do look up to you for that, and that's why they're drawn to you. And from the Universal Love Oracle, we have the Gateway. And I think that's about it. And we have empowerment. So I do feel like you're a very powerful being as well. And power draws other people in. And you may be very independent and someone who has had to go through a lot on your own. Like, you've done it. And when you have a really good idea, when you have an idea and there's something you want to do, you run with it. You're ambitious. You have goals, you have dreams, and you go after it. There's a lot of fire here, like I said. We do have the Queen of Swords, though, but there is mostly fire. It's like you are someone, because we have the Gateway. And it's like you have gone through the initiation. And where you have become self-empowered. I mean, we have Bridget, inner strength. We have the Strength card, Queen of Swords, and empowerment. It's like you are so strong, so empowered, and you give that to other people, and you've gone through those rites of initiation in order to get there. And I feel like other people look at you and they're drawn to you because they want to know how to get through that gateway, whether they verbalize that or not. I think a lot of them may think that it comes easier than it does, but you have put in the work, you've done the struggle, you've gained the strength. You may have had to do it alone a lot too. And your independence, I think, is very attractive to other people. I do think you may have like a kind of different type of hair than most people, a different color, maybe a lot of it, or maybe just a very short hairstyle that, like, there's something about your hairstyle that does stand out, and your sense of style. I think your sense of style, people are drawn to you because of that. And your fire, they're definitely drawn to you because of your fiery nature. You could have, you could be very witty as well with this fire. You could also be very passionate. Some of you may, have somewhat of a temper. But it's like you speak it and it, it's spicy. It's spicy. And a lot of people are drawn to spicy. I know I love spicy foods, spicy things. And it makes things not so bland. And I think that's what you do to your surroundings. It's like you spice up your surroundings wherever you are. So that does draw this person or people into you in general, to you in general. I think your chest is something that they like, because like right here, look, he's staring straight up at her chest, and he is like working his way there as well. And she just like has her head to the side, her head to the back, and for, you know, sexual things, I think they may, if people are attracted to you physically in that way, if we're talking about someone like that, not just like a friend or something, I think they love your legs and would love to have your legs wrapped around them. Or they feel you have very strong legs, so you can penetrate very well with the help of some legs, if you know what I'm saying. And you keep things hot. You keep things hot in the bedroom too, if it goes to that. And I think that's another reason that people are drawn to you. You keep those home fires burning, you know? You don't let them go out. So now I'm going to pull some terms for you. Why are they attracted why are they so drawn to my pile number 2s? I hope this isn't annoying, but I need to move them around so they don't get the same as the other one, unless it's meant to be. All right, first, what is this? Ooh, this is a Spidey. So maybe you have Spidey senses. Thinking of like, and that goes along with your intuition, that you do trust your intuition, your Spidey senses. Also, I think you're very, the spider creates a home for itself, and it's very, well, yeah, creative. But, I mean, these ornate webs that spiders weave are just so, I mean, it's so amazing that this little arachnid can create that. So definitely creative, and you may be a good person. You're able to build a home. This was in the last pile too, and I did, you know, move them around. Make a wish, success, success, success. So people see you as successful. Maybe they also feel like you can make their wishes come true somehow. Whether they follow your example or feed off of your energy or something like that, they could become successful vicariously through you. And then we have Saturn. And that's blue. So Saturn is, which one is that related to? Uranus is Aquarius, and Saturn is, anyway, I know Saturn is quite disciplined. What is it? That's a beautiful blue. Beautiful blue. And we do have some blues here. I'm thinking indigo, like I'm thinking that indigo of that third eye chakra is lit for you as well. You could be into astrology, and that draws people to you. There's a lot of stars here too in that blue energy. And they do think you have like the key to success, like you hold secrets, like secrets to success. So they're drawn to you. And with this, I'm thinking of Notre Dame. Some of you could be very highly educated. You could have a college education. Some of you even Ivy League. Or at least your intelligence is to that degree that they feel that's the case. And is that Scotland or Ireland or something like that? Some of you may be that. And definitely Scotland or Ireland with this red hair. If any of you have like red hair, maybe you have that heritage, some of that heritage in you. Once again, here's like a clover. Definitely Ireland. Some of you could also be, you can hold your alcohol very well, and you're fun to party with, and they like that. And with the leaf, I'm feeling like you're a force for growth, and you're someone who always renews yourself. And so it's kind of like a feeling of never the same thing twice that I'm hearing. That so people don't get bored being around you, so they are drawn to you. And then we have this little danger skull with a bow. So I feel like you can point out to people what's toxic or what's unhealthy for them and put a bow on it. So, which to me is saying that you can make it pretty and, you know, easy to swallow. You can make yucky medicine easy to swallow for people. So you can give them advice that maybe other people would be offended by. Other people, if they try to give the same advice, they'd offend people with it. But you can dress it up with that little bow and they can take it from you, where they can't necessarily take it from other people. And that is why they are so drawn to you. Thank you for coming to my reading. I really appreciate this. And I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day or night wherever you are in the world. I hope this gave you some insight and encouragement. And I thank you so much for coming to my channel. Namaste. Hi, Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. This is your reading if you chose this black onyx. And this card, Archangel Michael. Trusting heaven, you are safe, angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. And here with this card, why are they so drawn to you? And this could be a person or a group of people, you know, whoever you choose. And if it's not romantic, you can just leave any of the romantic messages out. But I do feel like you have a softness to you, whether you're masculine or feminine. And it seems like you're probably pretty boyish or pretty girlish. You know, like how they say pretty boy for the masculine. I'm not sure what they say for feminines when it comes to being a pretty boy. Like Brad Pitt at one point, and there was a movie he was in with a girl, a feminine, and I think he was actually prettier than her. But, you know, kind of like that, being very, whether masculine or feminine, being very pretty. And that draws people in. But also with Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is the warrior angel. So people do see you as a warrior for what is right. Because you do see Archangel Michael depicted as slaying the devil. And I feel like that's what you do. And maybe you have overcome devils in your life, whether it's the devil of addiction or obsession, negative thoughts. If you've had, you know, any self-worth issues, like you've slayed those demons. You're a warrior. You're a warrior spirit. And you overcome evil with good. You know, however you interpret evil. And that's why people are drawn to you. From the Island Time Wellness Love Oracle, we have sunglasses. Watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, focusing out. I think sometimes when people look at you, they kind of may think you are like a celebrity. Or you look like you should be famous or should be a celebrity. Yeah, maybe you look a little bit glamorous. Like glammed up. Yeah, like that. I'm feeling like a Hollywood type of vibe there. Then from the Tarot of Sexual Magic, we have Knight of Pentacles. And I just threw that card. Knight of Pentacles. And the Strength card. We did have the Strength card in pile 2, but definitely different energies here. And we had it in a different deck. In Light Seers Tarot deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune. And the Lovers. And with the Lovers is Gemini energy. And Archangel Michael wields a sword. So that does speak of intellect and communication skills. But in this Lovers card, she has like an arrow. I feel like a lot of people feel like they're hit with Cupid's arrow when they see you. Many people may have said that there is like a love at first sight type of vibe with you as well. And whenever I see that arrow, I think of Sagittarius, even though the Lovers card does represent Gemini energy. Next we have from the Shine from the Inside Oracle, awaken your authentic self and be true to you. From the Wisdom of the Oracle, we have card number 28, Building Blocks. Okay, it says Building Blocks, and then from the Wild Offering Oracle deck, we have Creative Blocks. If you are an artist of any kind, you can offer all work to the divine, making it God's alone. I offer this for the highest good to benefit the planet. Release me from any blocks and restrictions. May this serve all who need. Creative blocks and building blocks. That's pretty interesting, actually. And then we have meditation from the Universal Love Oracle deck. So the archangels are very high up in the angelic realm, and I do feel that people exalt you. They feel or assume you are high up in power, in authority, and like I said, maybe celebrity status. At least they feel you are, or see that within you. Because the archangel is, like that high angelic status, and they have authority over, larger areas and places, geographies and things like that. And so they are extra powerful. People see you as very powerful people. Because like I was talking about the slaying of the devil, actually the beast, and she's not slaying the beast here, but she's like with very her raw physicality and strength, she's like conquering the beast. And so people see that in you, that raw power. I feel like this group is very powerful, and people are drawn to your power. Whether your power is physical power, but I feel like there's power of authority and just power in general. So authoritative power. Some people could feel like you have money. Maybe you do. You have power over other people. Maybe you're in a position of authority at work or at a power position. You could be in a relationship as a power couple, because we do have the Lovers here. So if you are in a relationship, they definitely are drawn to you because, that power couple type of status. I also feel like people are drawn to you because you very much reflect who and what they want to be, who they aspire to be. And it feels like they do believe you're someone who's built yourself and your empire from the ground up, but they definitely feel like either you have an empire or you're creating an empire. And you may be an artist of any kind here. Like I was thinking Hollywood, which, I mean, there's all kinds of artists in Hollywood. There's makeup artists and artists for sets and, you know, actors and singers and probably almost any art you could do, musicians. So you could be an artist and people see you as having that artistic flair and that shine and that sparkle. You could be with building blocks. You could be an artist with architecture and building and design for some of you. I feel your features may be very, like they feel like your features are artistic as well, which draws them into you. And at the same time, people feel like you're very, you have such strong power. Even with the Knight of Pentacles, and I know that seemingly slow-moving energy, I do feel like, you know, we do have that Gemini energy, but I do feel, and we have Leo energy. But there's very strong earth to me because of building blocks. And the Knight of Pentacles, and with the meditation card, there's a tree, and the tree is very well grounded and rooted here. And they see you as this freaking powerhouse who's very grounded, who's building something. I'm feeling like building even towers, maybe buildings, or working at the top of a building, or maybe you live in a city, in a high-rise building, for some of you. And they really see you as, I'm thinking of that song, High Above Me. She's so high above me. She's so lovely, like Joan of Arc, Cleopatra, Aphrodite. It's like you have that presence of power. I think some people will be intimidated by your level of power. And I know power, I keep on saying it, but that is the biggest energy I'm feeling. And I feel like people are drawn to you because they feel like they'd be lucky to know you. And I do think that people want to give you gifts. They like want to give you stuff. And some of you might have that experience that they just kind of want to give you stuff. Maybe you get stuff for free, or they're like, oh, well, I'll do this for you, I'll do that for you. Some of you could be influencers, or, you know, have that level of power that they want to gift you and give you things. And with the Lover's card as well, I think they see you as someone who would be very, one, I think you do reflect a lot of what people want to be. And I think you may be like an ideal partner for someone, especially, it feels like status, like it could be high status, or just very attractive, or so creative. I mean, and even with this power, it's like you're so zen. It's like you don't flaunt the power, but you can't help it. It's like you just walk in it. There's a poem, I don't know, but it says she walks in beauty. I actually think that's the name of the poem. And it's like you just walk in it. You're just it. You know, even if you haven't reached a particular worldly status or celebrity, it's like you walk like you have and like you do. And along with that, I do also feel like that artistic vibe. So it's very powerful, yet you have the artistic vibe and creative vibe, that Zen-like nature, the Aquarian type of feeling to you. Like a friend to all. not just a friend of many, a friend to all. I think the majority of people who see you would want to be your friend or your business partner or work with you or be like you or, have something to do with you. I think and in some way, I mean, just like anybody who's in a position of power or authority or influence, that you have both energies. People want to take advantage of that for their own benefit, and there's other people that are just drawn to you because of who you are, your creativity, your strength, your power. And it's like people do see you as someone who's on top. Like she's standing on top of these, I think, compass things with the Wheel of Fortune, being cycles and seasons. And it's like you're on top of that. It's like you're almost over and above time and space. Like, because she's on top of that. She's superseding it. And here with this building, she's standing on top of this building. She's like overseeing it. And look, she's even like standing on one foot, fearless. Freaking fearless. You could be also a risk taker. I don't know if any of you do any building jumping or bungee jumping or want to do something like that or parachuting. And if so, people are really drawn to that excitement factor, that fearlessness. And maybe that's part of what, comes across to other people as that just raw power. And here with that Lover's card, it's like this animal raw power attraction. Maybe you're someone who could also be very dominant in the bedroom and they're drawn to that, or just dominant in general. Not in a negative sort of way, but as in, you have authority, you have power, and you know how to take control, and you're not afraid to do that. Take control of situations. Not necessarily control or manipulate anybody else, but just take the authority. And there are a lot of people who do look to people to lead them like that, All right, so, wow, that's some strong energy. Woo, woo! I can see why people are drawn to you. Or this person in particular that you're thinking of. I'm going to pull some charms now. Why are they so drawn to my pile number piece? Okay, we'll let that. We have enough. It's like, I think people feel like you have more than enough, and being in your presence and associated with you makes them feel like they're enough. Not saying that it's healthy on their side, but because of the power you exude, they just feel that way. And it's interesting too, because here we have a little deer, a fawn deer. So it's like, I do think you have this other side to you, that you have that power, but I mean, deer are gentle and kind. Some of you might be vegetarians. Then we have the star, and that could go around that celebrity aspect. And I'm hearing like reinventing yourself. I think sometimes you may reinvent yourself. And here is a diamond. So they just see you as this diamond. Like something very expensive and rare and a gem. A genuine gem. And next we have a sleigh. Look, hey, looks like a Christmas sleigh. Maybe you give really good gifts, or you could be wealthy for some of you, or people perceive you as being wealthy or going to have wealth. Like you could just like shower them with gifts. You're absolutely inspirational. You inspire people to be greater than where they're at, no matter where they're at. Then we have this rocking horse. Some of you could design toys or, you know, have some interest where you're going to go to let's say a fun house. I was going to say a fun park. A fun house and do just some fun shit. You know, like you, even in your power, in your authority, you're willing to just go and do fun stuff because you're so strong in yourself that, like, hey, and people are drawn to that. Like, I don't give two shits. I'm gonna do what I enjoy. And then we have the Pegasus. And the Pegasus is about that connection between the divine and the earthly realm. And it's, you know, dusted with magic and is honored by the deity. And that is why they are so drawn to you. Wow. So I thank you so much for coming to my reading. I hope this inspired and encouraged you and gave you some insight. I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day or evening wherever you are in the world. Namaste.